Hi and welcome back to my knitting podcast. My name is Linda, I'm a knitter based in the Netherlands, and this is my third podcast so far, and I must say that I'm having so much fun to be chatting to you about my projects or what you are working on, or yeah, it's been fun to hear your comments. So far it is motivating me throughout the month to keep knitting on it, and I feel like, oh, I'm excited to be showing this again and chatting about it again and telling all the things. Yeah, I think it really adds something to my existing hobby. So yeah, that's my experience so far. And I'm happy to hear that you also enjoy my videos and the project that I make. It gives me a smile every day to see a new subscriber or somebody wow, this is a difficult word, or somebody sending me a message or asking me a question about something that I've made. Yeah, it really makes me happy, so please keep doing that. You're very welcome here, and with that, let's start the video. So let's start off with what I'm wearing. This is a hand knit sweater. It is the Traveler's Hoodie by Drea and Mallory. I finished this like 9 months ago maybe, and yeah, let's talk about it a little bit. It's a really nice cozy sweater, a little bit cropped as you can tell, but really baggy, with a drop shoulder design which drops really low. Actually add stitches right here to make it drop even further with all over texture with this ribbing pattern. Nice chunky 2x2 ribbing, and of course the hood. About the yarn of this project, I used all acrylic yarns. I used like maybe 15 to 20 different yarn balls. Somebody I know got rid of all their crafting supplies, including a bag of dark blue and black acrylic yarns. Just seeing all those colors together in one bag just got me really inspired to make something with it. And they were like bright blue, they were navy, they were really deep blue, they were thin yarns, and also really bulky. So all different yarn weights together, it looked really nice. I thought it could be really pop in a textured knit. And definitely if I break it up into segments with adding a contrast color. So she also had this beige color lying around, so I took that with me as well. Immediately got excited for this project. I had this pattern in mind for a long time. I really liked the sporty look of it, so it was just instant. This is the pattern, the project I want to make. So yeah, even though the pattern calls for a sports weight yarn, and this was a combination of all kinds of yarn, I was curious to see if it would work out. I knit it up in the smallest size. I cannot remember the needle size, but you can find that on my ravelry page. And I just started knitting it up, switching out the yarns as I went, and made it spread out evenly. I really like that by breaking up the yarn with the beige color, it makes all the other blues and dark and black colors, all these colors, mold together into a cohesive piece, especially with the almost garter stitch. I call it a chunky garter stitch throughout. Yeah, it was just the best project, a way to work up this yarn. It is all acrylic. I don't usually go for acrylic yarns because I am in with this knitting hobby mostly for the natural fibers and the feeling of wool against your skin, how it regulates your temperature, keeps you warm, but not too warm. It's just, it's hard to describe. It's really comfortable heat in wool, and yeah, it feels really healthy against my skin to have natural fibers. So I usually go for wool, or mostly wool projects. But this I couldn't pass up. It just looked too gorgeous in the bag. So I'm really happy to have knit this up. It took me a long time to make since I had a lot of ends to weave in, as you can imagine. Yeah, so it took a long time. A little bit about construction maybe. You start off at the bottom, you work your way up, you have these slip stitches on the sides to give it a little bit more structure, because the chunky garter stitch gives it a lot of bounce to it, but this helps keeping it together. I think I made it a little bit more cropped than intended, but I like the look of it a lot. So yeah, you work up, you add stitches, as I just mentioned. You add stitches for making it even more dropped. You connect the, so you knit the front piece flat, front piece flat and the back piece flat. Connect them at the shoulder seams. You pick up stitches for the hood, and the hood is constructed like a large rectangle at first, and then you do short row shaping for the hood itself, so it's almost like the heel of a sock, but way bigger. So I kind of regret adding the contrast color at the part where you connect the pieces together. I think it draws a little bit too much attention to that part, but overall I'm really happy with the final results, and yeah, I like wearing this piece. So after that you pick up and knit the sleeves. The sleeves are quite short compared to the rest, because you have the extra dropped shoulder. 2x2 ribbing for all the details, and that's it. I can definitely recommend this pattern if this style is something you like. I think it's really unique in that way, and the pattern is really clear. So, as I mentioned in my first ever podcast video, me and my boyfriend bought a house, this house that I'm filming in right now, and we've moved in like 4 or 5 months ago, and we had a lot of help from friends and family to work on the house, to move our furniture and everything, and it was just so thankful for all their help and support. So I wanted to thank them by making them some nice knitted pieces. So one of them are sweaters for my brothers. One of them is still on the needles and one of them is finished right now. So here we go. I wanted to make 2 like Weasley sweaters for my brothers. Ever since I started knitting, this was a plan that I had, and it feels just like perfect timing. So I made this out of Hanstholm sweater by Petiteknit. It's a men's sweater pattern, raglan, really basic, and this one flew off the needles since it has so little ribbing, and the construction is easy but good shaping with short row shaping in the back. Worked top down, and afterwards I duplicate stitched on his leather. That was a technique that I hadn't tried before, duplicate stitching. It's really fun. It is quite meditative if you get into the rhythm, the hang of it, and it's just way easier than intarsia or adding it in around as you go. So definitely the best technique for this make. And I started off in the top here worked my way down and followed the letter. It's not fully in the center of the sweater the right way, but it's handmade and it's supposed to look handmade. That's also the charm of it in the Harry Potter videos, where I got the inspiration. Me and my brothers have loved Harry Potter for as long ever since we found out, really, and we still kind of love it as well. So I'm really excited to give this to them, since I think they're really gonna love this. So one is finished in a green colorway. So this is the Drops soft tweed in the color spinach, and that's my first finished object of this month. Maybe I can jump right into the works in progress right now, since I'm making the same sweater that I've shown before, the Weasley sweater for my brother, in the second time. This is the for my other brother. Same yarn, same pattern in a black colorway, and last time I showed it to you, I just had started the collar and done the short row shaping, I believe, and I've been working on this a lot, as you can see. I am pretty close to finishing it, actually. So the second sleeve, I need to join a new ball of yarn, so this is it. I'm like a quarter way into the second sleeve, so I think it will be finished soon. I'm really enjoying working with this yarn and this pattern. Having a stockinette pattern on the side is just really something you can pick it up easily and you can work in it. But so that's why I think I've been working a lot on this pattern, but I've also been pushing myself to work on this one first, since I'm really excited to gift it to my brothers ever since finishing the other one. So this is definitely a priority knit, and I'm so close to finishing it now. So I just have to crank out the last sleeve, stitch on the letter K on the front, and then we have 2 Weasley sweaters to give to my brother. I can't wait to see their reaction for it. So yeah, same yarn, same pattern as the other video, as the other sweater, and yeah, what else can I say? I made I made small changes to the 2 sweaters. For one, the collar on this one is smaller than the other one. That's because this is what the pattern recommends or writes out, to have a really small neckline. When working on the first sweater, I just cast on and knit, and then I realized I should add in a fold over, adding slip stitches to make the collar fold over nicely. So I did that later, and I thought with this green yarn it looks nice to have a thicker collar. So I did not undo it to go back and fix that problem. I didn't see it as a problem, and I just thought, let's roll with this. So that's why the neckline is a little bit different. And for this black one, I'm really happy to have a smaller neckline. Since it's really dark against your skin, and yeah, it will end up a little bit lower and less bulky. So I feel like this is the right way to go. And I think that my sleeve on this sweater, this one is blocked off, of course. I think the sleeves on the black sweater are a little bit longer, but that's alright. Better too long of a sleeve for for men at least, than too little. So, but apart from that, it's all the same, and I'm planning on making the leather on the front in the same color as this one. So, those are my Hanstholm sweaters by Petiteknit that I've been working on, one finished, one almost finished. So I think next episode, I hope, next episode I will show this to you as a finished object, or maybe just in a photo and that it's already given to them. So that's my hope for these sweaters at least. Now let's jump into my next finished object, jump back to the finished objects, since I had one more. Yeah. I've also finished, it is the zipper neck, so a neck warmer by Petiteknit. Last video I showed you how I made the encasing to install the zipper in, that was attached. I had blocked the project and all I needed to do was find a good matching zipper and install it. So that's what I did. I will insert some pictures in the video so you can see the final product. It is since then already been gifted to my father-in-law, who really loves it and will get a lot of use out of it, since he wants to keep his neck nice and warm during motorcycle rides. So he will get a lot of use out of it. I had made it in Fonty tweed yarn, which I believe is a French yarn. And yeah, I made the size, it comes in two sizes. I made the size small, medium, that's one size, small, medium. But I kind of regret that choice, since it was, when I tried it on, I felt like it was a little too small. I chose this size since in the parent photos of Petiteknit, I guessed that she would wear something like a S or an M, since she's kind of petite. And but looking back on it, I think in the project photos she is wearing the larger size, and that's what I was going for my father-in-law. So it ended up a little bit too small for him, but it fits well enough. And maybe it is a good thing that it's too small. It's quite snug around the neck, but that also means that his motorcycle jacket will close all the way. So I hope with time it stretches it a little bit more. That's also something that wool does. It forms more to your body with time. So yeah, I think it will be fine. And if not, I will be happy to make a different one for him. But I don't think he will be asking me that. But yeah, so that was unfortunate. I thought the project photos, that was the size that I was going for, but looking back on it, I feel like this is definitely a smaller size than the photos. So just wanted to share that in case you want to make a zipper neck for yourself, so you know what to expect, basically. So, funny story actually on the zipper neck. I went back to the store where I purchased that yarn. It will come by later that I've purchased more yarn from her store. I told you that the woman from the store helped me pick out the right yarn for this project, and she told me, oh, I'm so excited about how this is gonna look, or this seems like a really fun project. So I thought, let me take it with me again to show it to her. Now it's all finished. So I did, and she got so excited. She got so excited by seeing this project, and she was like, I think this is so much fun to make. I want one of my own. So she gone into her own stash and picked out, she asked me, okay, how many balls of yarn did you use? and then I will take that out of my inventory and I will make one myself. So that was so fun to see her all excited about the project that I've made with her help and her yarn. So that was a really nice experience. Later on in the video I will talk to you about other yarns that I've purchased with her. So yeah. So my next work in progress from this last month, I'm really excited to talk to you about, since I was having so much fun working on it. It is a granny square cushion cover, and as you see, I have joined the granny squares together to make a full piece. I cannot remember the name of this crochet pattern, but it'll be on the screen so you can see. I've used up a lot of scraps with this project, made a really good dent in my scrap pile, so I'm really happy with that, and I just really like how it's looking so far. And I must say, it was so much fun to join them all together. This pattern uses a technique which makes you join the squares as you go. You crochet a border around each square, but at the same time you attach the next one. Let's see, yeah, it works like this, and then you pick up the next one and join them as you go immediately. Then you work this border and work this way, all the way around, and then you start picking up. Oh no, then you go all the way over here to finish all that detail, and you pick up right here and all the way down as well. So it was really nice and really quick to work up, and yeah, I'm really excited to see the final result. I just need to purchase a cushion to put it in. I'll try and fold it for you. Can I show this? Like this. You fold the corners into the center, and that will be the back of the cushion, and the front will look like this. So, and that's really fun as well, since you don't have really square cushions, but it is on the diagonal, and I am really looking forward to the finished objects. I really like each little square. Okay, some of them are my favorites, and some of them I think look a little bit less nice, but overall I'm really happy with all the colors, how they look together, and how my stash is really fall vibes. And yeah, just almost done. Just putting in the cushion and crocheting it closed, and then it's finished, and then it will be nice on the couch. I started this while we were working on the house, so like 4 months ago. It was a nice project to be having outside of working on the house and having a job and circling all that. That was a pretty hectic time, and my hobby is just a way to sit down, slow down, and take a moment for myself that day. And having these squares was really nice, since you could just finish one square or maybe 2 squares in one evening, and that was enough. You can still have a little bit of creativity with picking out the colors, putting them together, but it's small and work in segments. And yeah, after that I have put it away for a while, and since then my excitement of the need to work on this yeah, came back as usual, and now this is where we're at. So yeah, definitely recommend this pattern if you are looking for a stash busting, scrappy project. I did not follow the pattern. It gives good directions in choosing the colors and laying out the colors and dividing them nicely. The pattern does that really well. I did not follow that since it made it more, I had to calculate more, and I just wanted to get my scraps out of my stash. And I liked the feel of it, like laying out all the yarns and picking out, oh, these three will look good together, and crocheting them and then laying them out as a whole, and seeing, okay, what kind of colors am I using a lot, what kinds of colors can I use now, like, okay, I've used a lot of dark yarns in the center, let's now pick a light yarn in the center, and switching it up like that. And yeah, it felt really creative that way. And I'm not really a crocheter, not that much, more of a knitter of course, but yes, this really felt doable with the little experience that I had, and it goes really fast. It was something new, and yeah, I definitely recommend trying crochet also as a knitter. So you can have stash busting projects like this. It's really, it's really nice to have side by side. So that is my cushion cover. I'm really excited to show it as a cushion next time, maybe in this chair. Okay. Then I have one more work in progress. Okay, one more work in progress, and it is a pair of socks that I have started last time, and it is these socks from my boyfriend. It is the Bear Paw sock by Drea Mallory. It's a very popular pattern, and I can definitely see why. I've made more of those. Drea Mallory made a really good basic sock with this one, I think. It is a toe-up sock. You work Chinese magic cast on, I believe. Judy's magic cast on at the toe. Increased stockinette, and you have this marled effect throughout the sock. It is a DK weight sock by holding two finger weight yarns together. Because of the nice 2x2 rib in the center of the sock, it's a really gift worthy pattern, since it will fit better on the recipient. So it's a nice fitting sock. I've made these for my brothers before, and they like them as well. My boyfriend has fitted them for while I was making them to see if they were like about the right size, and he says like, wow, this is really a good fitting sock. So I wanted to make a pair for him as well, and I had this self-striping sock yarn in my stash for the longest time, and my mom had bought it at Aldi, I believe, and as a sock yarn knitting kit, learn how to knit socks, and it is your basic wool and nylon blend, and I didn't get a use for this so far, so I thought maybe by marling it throughout the sock it would be nice. So it's really a grandpa style looking sock. I did not know if I knew that when I started, but hey, it's nice. My boyfriend likes them and it fits nice. In the last episode I told you that the foot portion was way too short, and I was looking for a solution on that. Since then I have added some length through it by I don't know what the technique is called, but at least you install the needle back at the same row of stitches, picking up every right leg of every V-stitch, and you do that on the row above that as well, leaving one row in between. You gather in one stitch in the middle and you pick out the yarn, so that way you split the sock up in two and both ends are on needles. So I took a picture of what I did, so maybe I will install it into the video. And then I started knitting 2x2 up again. I picked it up at a stockinette row, so I had to switch some knit stitches and turn them around to make purl stitches out of them, if that makes sense. And with that I added like 3 centimeters of length, so I was off quite a bit. Yeah, and right now they are fitting really nicely. They are not blocked, I'm just holding them on sock blockers to make them look like a sock. So rib socks tend to shrink or pull together, and yeah, I just wanted to show you. But okay, so I added this length, but because the sock is worked so up and I wanted to lengthen this bit of the ribbed portion, I worked this bit this way, and with that all the stitches are switched around like half a stitch, if that makes sense. Since you pick up the right leg of the V and you knit, they're just slanted a little bit, but I don't think it is not very noticeable. You cannot feel it while wearing it, so I think it's yeah, it's a success. This works. So if you are having that same problem again, or that same problem also, then maybe yeah, know that it is possible. It worked for me. And yeah, give it a try. It was my first time doing some surgery to a project like that. It was, yeah, it was easy enough at least. So one sock is done, but it is not a finished object yet, since I am working on the second one. I'm almost at the point where I increase for the heel and do I think it is a legal heel. So yeah, I am running out of yarn though. This is all I have left. So we'll see how far I get, and otherwise I will pick something else out of stash, and that will be fine, I guess. Yeah, let's see. Let's tune in next time to see if I run out of yarn. And now let's get into my new acquisitions. So as I said earlier in the video, I went back to the yarn shop and picked up some more yarns. So yeah, let's start with that. Last episode I showed you I purchased sweater quality of this Petiteknit in a yeah, a brown colorway, which I was thinking of making a cardigan. So I was looking at cardigan patterns and I felt like I was cutting it really close, like through the suggested yarn amount of yarn that you need for it to make my size. So I went back in the hope to find extra balls, and they had just one ball left. So I thought, let's pick that one up, and yeah, since then it got from 10% discount to 20% discount, so I looked for more yarn than just this one ball. Yeah, so Petiteknit in colorway 3161, one ball extra, so now I have 13 total. 13 balls total to make hopefully a cardigan out of it. So let's see with that. But then I looked further and she had a lovely collection of Isike Jensen still in her stash, and I am wanting to make something with this really nice blue, like royal blue color. And yeah, so I picked up 100 gram skeins of Iske Jensen 100% wool in the color 44S, which is a lovely blue color. And I have put this on my fall knitting plans, this color, to make a, yeah, at first I thought maybe a cardigan, like cardigan number 16 is it, by My Favorite Things Knitwear. But since then I've been looking into the sweaters by some projects by Knit Purl. She has some projects that she's also made in this color, so I think it just helps me visualize the final result. But she has these sweaters with this like lightning strike across the shoulder, so I'm really gravitating to making that. But when I purchased it, I had her sweater in mind that has this half collar detail. It's not a zipper, but it is opening or closing with buttons. I don't know the name of the pattern, but I'll insert a picture. So at first I was thinking about that. She knitted up in this yarn with a mohair. I've also purchased mohair with this in the blue color. And I am really excited to swatch for this. Right now I think I'll be leaning more towards the sweater version with the lightning stripes on the shoulder. I think that would look really stunning. It's a drop shoulder design as far as I have seen, and yeah, those are really nice. So I've purchased 5 100 gram skeins of this and 4 balls of mohair. Since I have this exact same mohair in stash already, but since purchasing it, I held them together, and they are different. They are definitely different. So I hope that I can marble them together or something to make it less obvious that they are different. I can go back to the store and purchase 1 extra skein of this one to be sure, or I can, but I think that is, or maybe not necessary, and then I still have these other skeins in my stash. So I am hoping for another solution on that problem, if it even is a problem. I have to look at the yardage. But yeah, really excited about casting this one on. So let's see when I'll do that. Yeah. Iske Jensen blue with a matching mohair. The mohair is by Sandnes Garn, the thin silk mohair. So that's that. I have also picked up this yarn, since it's really new to me, and I like the rustic look of this yarn. So it is Brusca by Rosa Palmar. It is a Portuguese, yes, made in Portugal, Portuguese wool, 100% wool, 125 meters in 50 gram skein, and on a 4mm needle I will about meet a 19 to 21 stitch gauge, it says. So I can try that out. It's so rustic even that it still has bits of hay and stuff in it. I really like clean looking yarns like Birkins, for example, by Sandnes Garn. Sandnes Garn yarns are really clean finish results. The Scandinavian oversized sweaters look good on that. That's something I love. I also like the rustic yarns, so yeah, I thought maybe try out this one. I have 8 skeins of this Bordeaux red color, and yeah, so far I'm thinking of making sort of a slip over. The Amy slip over by Sadness Garden is coming to mind. That one I think is held with a mohair as well. A really rustic yarn with a mohair. I'm excited, curious to see if that is a good combination, but yeah, I kind of want to try. So I have the Sadness Garden booklet that this pattern is in, but right now I don't know where it is, so I cannot see if it matches gauge just yet, but that is, yeah, I think that pattern would look good in this color, so that's why I'm thinking of that. So yeah, Bruska by Rosa Pomar. I will let you know what I think of this yarn. Next up is the baby wool by Sadness Garden in a really nice brown color. It's a superwash wool, and so far I've made and gifted quite some, some baby knits to friends, family, co-workers, and yeah, they really like that, and I'm really seeing which yarns suit the best. I've made a baby hat out of Sadness Garden Sunday, held double, so double Sunday. I made a hat from that, and I've also had some other baby yarns, but I didn't like those that much because they looked superwash, you know. They look like more plasticky, more towards acrylic yarns from the look of it. So I thought I would try out this one, since this looks really good. It looks nice and clean, as Sadness Garden does. Really rounded yarn strands, and I think I can make a really nice sweater or pants for someone in the future to gift it to. So I have 5 skeins of this to test it out. I thought this couldn't hurt. This will come in handy at some point, I know. So that's that. And then I picked up sock yarn. This is Mondim sock yarn, maybe you know it. It is also Portuguese. It's from the same brand, or? I think so. Rosa Pomar. Yes, Rosa Pomar, but their sock yarn base, Mondim, in the colorway 401. It is a marled yarn, fingering weight, and it is marled brown and pink, which I really like. Yeah, I've never worked with this yarn before. I think it's 100 grams skeins, really good chunk of yarn. You can really do something with this, you know. Yeah, and it's 100% wool, so it does not have a nylon or yeah, something sturdy in it, and it's hand washed. So I wasn't thinking of making socks in this one. I was thinking, or maybe gloves, and knowing this now, that it is not superwash, you cannot throw it in the wash, I think socks will always end up in the wash, and then they get ruined, and then all your hard work was for nothing. So yeah, I don't think I will be making socks out of these ones, and gloves or mittens are maybe a better project with a mohair maybe. So yeah, that's my thoughts on this yarn so far. Next month I'm thinking of visiting the Breidagen here in the Netherlands. The Breidagen are an event about wool knitting, so yeah, I was thinking of visiting that. Maybe I will find a nice mohair for this one, nice mohair for this one, and I'm hoping to find maybe a sweater quantity of yarn for a sweater that I want to make for my dad. I think I will make the storm sweater for him. This is also still part of the gifting as a thank you for helping out with the house project. So project to thank my dad for all his help with the house. So that are the plans right now on my mind for next month, but don't hold me to it. Well, thank you for listening to me ramble about yarn and projects again. I really like it. Please let me know what you would make with these yarns, and yeah, let me know what you are working on. And I hope to see you next time. Subscribe if you like my videos, and yeah, let's chat. Thank you, bye!